There's a simple truth in relationships. People value what they fear losing. But if you always seem available, never challenge her, and act like she'll never leave, she might take you for granted. So, how do you make her scared of losing you? How do you shift the dynamic so she sees you as someone she needs, rather than someone she assumes will always be there? Stick around, because today we're breaking down the psychology behind attraction, emotional investment, and how to make her truly value you. Number 1. Develop a life that doesn't revolve around her. Imagine two men. One is in a relationship, and the moment he falls in love, he changes completely. He stops going to the gym, stops hanging out with friends, and stops chasing his dreams. His entire life begins to revolve around her. He texts her constantly, always asks for her opinion, and is ready to drop everything just to be with her. At first, she might find it sweet, but over time, something changes. She stops feeling excited to see him. She doesn't miss him when he's gone, and worst of all, she starts wondering if she even wants to be with him. Now, think about the second man. He loves his partner, but he never loses himself. He's still focused on his goals, still makes time for his passions, and still maintains his friendships. He's not ignoring her, but he's also not obsessing over her. Which man do you think she values more? The key here is simple. Women don't want to be the center of your world. They want to be part of an exciting, fulfilling life. If she sees that you're constantly growing and improving, she knows that losing you means losing a high-value man. Number 2. Master the art of controlled distance. Let's talk about scarcity. It's a basic human principle. When something is rare, we see it as more valuable. When it's always available, we take it for granted. In relationships, this means if you're constantly reaching out, always the first to text, and always the one making plans, she might start feeling too comfortable. She might assume you'll always be there, no matter what. That's where controlled distance comes in. This doesn't mean ignoring her or playing games. It means strategically pulling back just enough to create uncertainty. If she's used to getting a good morning text from you every single day, try skipping it once in a while. If she's used to you replying instantly, take a little longer sometimes. If she expects you to always be available on weekends, make plans with your friends instead. These small shifts create space for her to miss you. And when she starts feeling that gap, she'll naturally start putting in more effort to keep your attention. The trick is to do this naturally. You're not pretending to be busy. You are busy. You're focused on your own life, and she should feel like she's part of it, not the center of it. Number 3. Stop seeking her validation. One of the biggest attraction killers, constantly looking for her approval. It's natural to want reassurance in a relationship, but there's a fine line between healthy communication and needing her validation to feel good about yourself. If she feels like you're constantly seeking her approval, whether it's through excessive compliments, over-apologizing, or always asking if she's happy, she may start seeing you as less confident. And confidence is one of the most attractive traits a man can have. Instead of asking, "Do you think I look good in this?" Wear your clothes with confidence. Instead of constantly saying, "Do you still love me?" Focus on being the kind of man she wants to love. Women aren't drawn to men who need validation. They're drawn to men who give validation, but only when it's deserved. A man who knows his worth and doesn't seek constant reassurance is a man who is naturally respected. Number 4. Keep her emotionally engaged. If a woman is emotionally engaged in a relationship, she won't want to lose it. But if she starts feeling emotionally bored, she might start pulling away. The problem is that most men get too comfortable in relationships. They stick to the same routines, have the same conversations, and stop creating new, exciting moments. Over time, this makes a relationship feel stale. So how do you prevent this? You keep her emotionally invested. Instead of always texting her, "How was your day?" Try something more engaging. Send her a message like, "Guess what just happened?" You won't believe it. This creates curiosity, which keeps her mind on you. When it comes to dates, don't just settle for dinner and a movie. Try something unexpected, an adventure, a spontaneous road trip, or even something as simple as exploring a new part of town together. When emotions stay high, attachment stays strong. And when attachment is strong, the fear of losing you becomes real. Number 5. Show her that you have options. A woman will always value a man more when she knows he has options. Now, this doesn't mean flirting with other women or making her jealous on purpose. That's immature. It means living in a way that naturally shows her that you're desirable. If you're social, confident, well-dressed, and surrounded by people who respect and admire you, she'll naturally see you as valuable. And when a woman knows that other people see you as high value, she'll instinctively fear losing you. For example, if you're at a social gathering, be the guy who knows how to hold a conversation, make people laugh, and carry himself with confidence. When she sees that you're someone others gravitate toward, she'll feel proud to be with you. But she'll also be subtly reminded that you could attract someone else if she doesn't treat you right. Women don't want a man who no one else wants. They want a man who chooses to be with them, despite having options. Number 6. Be willing to walk away. The final and most powerful step. Be a man who isn't afraid to walk away. This doesn't mean using ultimatums or threatening to leave every time there's a disagreement. It means having real standards and sticking to them. If she disrespects you, takes you for granted, or treats you as an option, you must be ready to show, through actions, not words, that you won't tolerate it. A woman will always test your boundaries, even subconsciously. She might cancel plans at the last minute, ignore your messages for hours, or suddenly act distant just to see how you react. If you start chasing, over-explaining, or begging for her attention, she'll lose respect for you. But if you remain calm, unbothered, and simply pull back, she'll start to feel something powerful: fear. The fear of losing a man who respects himself. Imagine this: you're dating a woman, and she starts playing games, testing your patience, or disrespecting you. Most men panic. They double down, chase harder, and try to fix the situation. But a man with options and self-respect, he doesn't argue, he doesn't beg, he simply withdraws his attention. And that's when everything changes. If she truly values you, she'll feel your absence. She'll notice that you're no longer as available, no longer trying to win her over. And that feeling of losing you will force her to reflect on her actions. She'll either correct her behavior, or you'll realize she was never worth your time in the first place. The key is to mean it. If you're only pretending to walk away to get a reaction, she'll see through it. But if you genuinely live by the belief that you deserve respect and won't settle for less, she'll feel that. And nothing makes a woman want to hold on to a man more than knowing he's strong enough to leave if necessary. Remember, the man who is willing to walk away is the man who rarely has to. Making a woman scared of losing you isn't about manipulation. It's about becoming a man she doesn't want to lose. When you have your own life, create just enough distance, stop seeking validation, keep her emotionally engaged, show her that you're desirable, and have the strength to walk away when necessary. You become irreplaceable. And when a woman sees you as irreplaceable, she will never risk losing you.